Imagine 300 years of history simply vanished, not lost, but intentionally removed. What if everything you learned about the early Middle Ages is a lie? This isn't a sci-fi plot, it's a real theory called phantom time. It claims nearly 3 centuries never happened, an entire era. Between 614 and 911 AD, almost 300 years, this period, some argue, was completely fabricated by medieval scholars, but why? German historian Heribert Illig first proposed this in 1991. He said the dates don't add up, like puzzle pieces forced together. The biggest what moment, Illig believes this phantom time was added to legitimize Charlemagne's reign, to make him seem like a greater emperor. Think about it, 3 centuries just gone, what kind of power could erase such a massive chunk of human experience? What else did they hide? Critics quickly dismissed it, but the evidence Illig presented makes you wonder. The story gets even stranger from here. Archaeology reveals a stagnation. There's a notable lack of significant architectural or cultural development during those specific centuries. What happened? Roman architecture seamlessly transitions into later medieval styles. It's almost as if the intervening period didn't exist structurally. Written sources from 614 to 911 AD are incredibly sparse. Many documents are suspected forgeries or later copies. This is where it gets truly terrifying. The calendar itself is a clue. In 1582, Pope Gregory XIII reformed the Julian calendar. He corrected an 11-day error. However, astronomical calculations suggested the Julian calendar was off by 13 days, not 11. Where did those extra 2 days go? Illig claims the missing days equate to nearly 3 centuries. He says Charlemagne, Pope Sylvester II, and Emperor Otto III orchestrated this hoax. We're not even at the worst part yet. What if entire historical figures, battles, and events were simply invented? This means figures like Charlemagne, one of Europe's most influential rulers, might have lived in a timeline adjusted for him. Think of the genealogies, the royal lines. If 300 years are fake, then countless kings, queens, and dynasties simply never existed. What does that do to history? How could such a massive conspiracy be kept secret for over 1,000 years? This is where the story gets truly terrifying. If this theory is true, it shatters our trust in historical records. Every textbook, every timeline, every historical account becomes suspect. Here's the part that sounds made up, but it isn't. Some evidence suggests a massive coordinated effort to rewrite history. Mainstream historians largely reject the phantom time hypothesis. They call it a fringe conspiracy, lacking concrete proof. They point to dendrochronology, tree ring dating, and astronomical records that confirm the existence of these centuries. Tree ring data from ancient timbers across Europe consistently show growth patterns for every year within the phantom period. Ancient astronomical observations, like Halley's Comet sightings, match records from the so-called missing centuries. So, is it a clever debunking or a masterful cover-up? The debate continues, but what if even a tiny part of it is true? The phantom time hypothesis reminds us to question everything, to look beyond the accepted narrative. It highlights the power of those who write history, how easy it might be to shape our perception of the past. Ultimately, whether you believe it or not, the theory forces us to engage critically with our past, to stay curious. How much of what we know is truly factual? And what other secrets might be hidden in the annals of time?